Chapter 8. Constant Awareness of God and Spiritual Ethics. Brahma-yagna and Jnana-yagna. On every Ekadashi, Yogiji Maharaj would ask his devotees to read and recite the Vachnamat Gadra Pratham 7 and Gadra Pratham 8. Vachnamat Gadra Pratham 7. Then Muktanand Swami asked Shriji Maharaj, "A human being is filled with worldly desires. Thus, how can he ever be freed from it?" Shriji Maharaj replied, "Even though a devotee lacks vairagya altogether, but if such a devotee should profoundly serve a great saint with deep dedication and conviction and obey implicitly all the rules prescribed by God, then the great saint would bless him and negative traits such as anger, passion, and carnal desires are instantly removed. If these desires are deeply embedded within the soul, then they become the reason for the devotee's reincarnation. However, serving such a saint will also redeem the soul of even the most irredeemable desires." Shriji Maharaj informed Muktanand Swami that Gunatit Swami was one such great saint. The irony is that when we hear this, we feel that these examples are given for the sake of others and we already understand the concepts explained above. We may even go so far as considering ourselves as the great saints, believing that we already uphold such deep convictions, etc. Thus, no one actually asks Maharaj to explain who such great saints were, otherwise Maharaj would have revealed them. However, in those days, it had been difficult enough for Maharaj to reveal his own true self, his own greatness to his devotees. Then, how could he have revealed the real worth of Gunatitanand Swami? If one comes in contact with a great saint such as Gunatitanand Swami and begins to serve him sincerely with faith and deep conviction, then one would immediately be liberated from one's vices. One would become Brahmrup. Simply a glance from such a great saint is enough, drashti. Their power is such that one glance would eradicate all our negative traits and free us from such vices. Just as the click of a camera instantly captures a moment in time and it becomes a photograph, such is the power of the gaze of a great saint. However, one should believe Gunatit to be such a great saint. Our real problem is that we can accept all other gods, but we find it difficult to accept the greatness of the Gunatit sons. The simple reason being is that the Gunatit sons do not have any wishes or thoughts of their own. They project and reflect the wishes and thoughts of those who come before them. To serve them sincerely would be to accept and believe all devotees to be divine. When the great saint begins to purify our innermost traits, which are strongly fused with our soul, that is when we must be brave, we must endure this process whilst accepting all others to be divine. If we can do this, the Gunatit sons will be pleased and will free us from our jivbhav, i.e. obliterate our ego. We have found and recognized such great Gunatit sons. Therefore, what remains to be done is to begin praying to them for the purification of our souls. When the trials and tribulations begin, it will not always be easy to endure the process. But if we remain firm and continue as mentioned above, then victory will definitely be ours. Vachnamat Gadra Pratham 8. Every day is the day of Ekadashi for satsangis. Our 10 indriyas plus the 11th being the mind make up the components of Ekadashi. Ekadashi is to control these 11 factors and to engage them constantly to please the Lord and refrain them from worldly desires. To pray is to participate constantly in Brahma-yagna and Jnana-yagna. Whenever one acts or thinks as dictated by one's mind, manmukhi actions, but avoid such behavior by telling oneself that these thoughts and all actions will not please Bapa, he is constantly watching me and my behavior, that is Brahma-yagna. to avoid negative thoughts, taking offense of others, gossiping, i.e. to avoid behavior which would cause you to violate your own religion, is Brahmayagna. To participate in thoughts and actions which include Divya Bhav, i.e. endurance, toleration, forgiveness, feeling of harmony, unity and spiritual friendship in order to please Bappa is known as Gnanyagna. When a fellow devotee is distressed, we should begin to pray to Bappa on his behalf, praying as we would pray for ourselves, Suhrad Prarthana, asking Bappa to alleviate him from his problems. To believe wholeheartedly that whatever Bappa is doing is for his well-being is known as Nirdosh Buddhi. If we practice this principle, Bappa will surely enlighten us and we will know why Bappa inspires such circumstances which has distressed the devotee. We will appreciate Bappa's greatness and thank him. Thus, practicing harmony, unity and spiritual friendship will ultimately cultivate Nirdosh Bhav within us. In Vachramut Gadhra Pratham 8, Maharaj has stressed that even great ascetics such as Bhishma cannot be classified as being Nirguna, i.e. beyond Rajogun, Tamogun and Sattvagun. However, those who have recognized and have come in contact with Brahma and Parabrahma in the form of Gunatit Swarup have begun their journey and will eventually become Nirgun, irrespective of whether they are married, run businesses, etc. They will definitely become Nirgun as per Vachnamat Gadhra Madhya 11. Even those who come in contact with such devotees will also become Nirgun. The acceptance of the power and control of Brahma over everyone's lives is the fundamental key which will encourage us to have faith in Maharaj and to do as he inspires. Therefore, we should continue the practice Brahmayagna and Gnanyagna. For how long? Maharaj has stated that one should continue to practice Brahmayagna and Gnanyagna until one has attained the divine vision of Atma, one's soul, and Paramatma, God. Practicing spiritual friendship will ultimately lead to Nirdosh Bhav, granting us the divine vision, Leela. This is known as Nirvikalp Samadhi. This will mean that we experience the peace, bliss and happiness of Akshardham immediately. Do you hold any grudges against any other devotees? Do you bear any animosity or hatred towards them? Are you after revenge for any reason? Do you wish them any harm in any way? Do you pray their destruction? If the answer to the above questions are negative, then you have achieved the status mentioned in Vachnamat Karyani 9. You serve the devotees as though you are serving the Lord or the Gunatit Swarup, i.e. with the same devotion and applying your whole self, your mind, body and soul for their service. If the answer is affirmative, then your soul has attained spiritual progress. If ever you evade serving the devotees and constantly feel guilty for doing so, then you are definitely on the path of spiritual progress. Simply continue to serve them.